I'm State Senator Bob Giuda. It's been an honor to serve you as we built the strongest economy in state history and now work to rebuild it after the pandemic. I've worked hard to bring better government, greater prosperity, and more opportunity to our state and district, and I'd like to share my priorities with you as I look to earn your vote on November 3rd. My first priority is the economy. It's the foundation of our prosperity, and it generates the vital revenues we need to make state government work for you. As a member of the Governor's Economic Reopening Task Force, I've worked hundreds of hours with the team to develop the guidelines for reopening our businesses. I've pushed our public health officials to develop and share the metrics they use to make reopening decisions. As a member of the Senate Finance and Ways and Means Committees, I know the many intricacies of our state budget and system of taxation, and I'll work to balance the coming two-year budget without any new taxes by working with our state agencies, which have all been asked by the Governor to submit budgets appropriate to the anticipated revenue shortfall. Education funding is under review. Our current adequacy formula isn't working for several reasons. Declining student enrollment is reducing per pupil adequacy grants from the state, and our schools' fixed costs are going up. I amended the Education Funding Commission legislation to require accounting for unfunded mandates from the state and to do a detailed study of special ed costs. I co-sponsored successful legislation to stop the 4% annual reduction in state stabilization grants, which was adding significantly to your local property taxes. It's impossible to share in this limited time the many pieces of legislation I've introduced to improve government transparency, to make it more responsive to you, to bring relief to public and private entities after major natural disasters, and to help relieve the property tax burden in the 27 communities in District 2. I attacked our critical housing shortage by sponsoring successful legislation that established the State Housing Appeals Board, providing an alternate appeals process that dramatically reduces the time needed to appeal local land use decisions while still maintaining local control. I led the working group of Protestant, Catholic, Evangelical, Muslim, Buddhist, and Jewish leaders that produced the guidelines for our houses of worship. I fought for more funding for Plymouth State University, and I'm working with PSU President Don Burks on partnering with several high-tech firms to bring new high-tech ventures and jobs into the area as part of PSU's initiative to increase its technology majors so we can grow high-tech jobs in the area. I've delivered local property tax relief with legislation that sent tens of millions in surplus state revenues to our towns for roads and bridges, and to our schools for safety and security improvements, and for major modernization construction projects, as those at Woodsville High School and Russell Elementary School in Rumney. This is a direct result of our business tax reductions, elimination of unnecessary regulations, and changes to the federal tax code. I sponsored legislation to deliver sweeping reforms to the licensing process for the thousands of small businesses in New Hampshire, saving time and money for both our businesses and the state. I sponsored and passed legislation that significantly expanded and streamlined access to data from our prescription drug monitoring program, a major weapon in fighting the opioid epidemic that's killing our men, women, and children. I helped procure a Northern Borders grant for Bristol, which is now installing a fiber optic network to provide high-speed broadband for the community, and supported landmark legislation, House Bill 1111, that enables our communities to partner with internet providers to affordably deliver high-speed internet and to keep it current with modern technology. I successfully negotiated an extra hearing with the House Public Works and Highways Committee to save Plymouth's Highland Street Road project from sliding 3 more years after town officials failed to participate in the Regional Planning Commission and 10-year highway plan development. I added $600,000 for juvenile diversion programs needed to provide the services for youthful offenders. This brought about 1/2 the recidivism at 1/10 of the cost to taxpayers and is delivering on adults who make better choices with their lives. I revamped the entire snowmobile registration fee schedule to keep our clubs from insolvency and to sustain the snowmobiling industry that brings tens of millions of dollars to our local economies. As a member of the board of the Land and Community Heritage Investment Program, LCHIP, I delivered $675,000 in grants to preserve historic buildings and land in our Senate district. I worked with Holderness town officials and State Department of Transportation to solve a major safety hazard due to lack of adequate parking for Rattlesnake Trail hikers. I work hard to solve problems that our towns, businesses, and institutions bring to my attention. Most often they involve interacting with a state agency to deliver a mutually agreeable outcome, and we always do. But the most important duty I have as your senator is responding and helping those who come to me when desperate personal circumstances challenge their very humanity. While we may debate the best way forward on many issues, We are united in coming together to help those in need. It's always been a fundamental part of who we are, and I believe it always will be. No matter the challenges we face, working together, we win. No matter the difficulties we encounter, working together, we win. It's been an honor and a privilege to serve you, and I'm asking for your vote on November 3rd so I can continue to do so. Thank you, and God bless you.